Headed south, we're going to go try to buy a generator since all of our trees have fallen down and everything, and we haven't had any power since Saturday. Was this Monday?
Monday.
Look at the neighbors
Oh,
there.
yeah. Let me take a picture to send to her.
So I've got you mic'd up.
Okay.
So I've got the camera on in the windshield. And Laura's got a camera she's holding by hand.
So is this filming now?
Is the button on front flashing?
It's green.
No, it's not filming then. You got to press the right hand button to start filming.
I thought that was a snapshot. Oh, okay. Oh, look at the trail. There's a, oh my goodness, there was a tree across the trail. Oh my goodness.
Beginning to wonder if I should have brought a chainsaw.
You know what? I think you should have.
But we're going to go well-traveled main roads on our way, so hopefully the only thing that could stop us really is if there's some power lines down or there's a tree too big across the road that I can't pull it off. I got a tow strap in the back.
Oh my goodness.
I was going to bring that water jug and I forgot, but I do have something in the back. We can get some water on our way back because this isn't going to run our pump.
Oh, it's not?
No, our pump's set up for 240, and so
Oh, jeez.
I'm not sure I can rewire it for 110, which what it originally was. But we're getting the generator in order to save everything in our freezers because both freezers are full. So this is the electric company right here, I think. These guys' homes are probably just as bad as everything we're seeing here, but they're out here working to get power back for the rest of us.
Well, or they could be up from Ohio, Indiana. That's what always seems to happen, too.
The truck said Great Lakes Energy,
Okay.
one of them, and the other one was another energy company that's in this area.
Okay. Get over there.
You're supposed to be in the back, don't you? Laura's dog's up here sitting on my lap. Hi. You gonna talk in the microphone?
We're mostly pine trees up here, and there's some white pine, which are of course much stronger, but most of it's jack pine, which is like the wood's soft and easy to break, and so they fall over easy.
course, I don't know this for a fact, but I think most of the jack pine up here is really old because an awful lot of it is dead. Some of it's alive, some of it's dead. So, but I don't know that. But it just looks like it's old. Every storm that comes through takes some more jack pines down. A lot of trees hanging over the wires that haven't fallen down yet, but doesn't mean they're not going to. Like right there, looks bad.
Oh.
So the problem with them just fixing the wires until the ice melts on some of these trees, and I don't see that that's going to happen. But maybe.
Oh, there's another tree on the wire. Oh.
I mean, they come through here and trim these trees all the time. Try to keep them from falling on the wires, but there's just so much you can do. Because everything up here is trees.
You have to come up and check your cabin out. Make sure you bring a chainsaw with you.
I would say don't come up here for a couple weeks.
That's what they're warning people on the internet is don't come up because you'll get in the way of the people doing the work to try to get our electricity on.
So we have friends that live down here in, what do they call this, Warblers?
Yeah.
Warblers Hideaway. And they said they're doing okay so far. I think they have a generator. And I know they have a wood burner that they haven't been using, but they might be using it now.
Oh, there's a couple branches down in there. I don't see any branches on trailers though, fortunately.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate so far not to have anything do a whole bunch of damage. We did have at least one limb hit the steel roof on the garage and dented it a little bit, bent it a little, but I can replace that piece if I need to. But I don't think it's going to cause a leak or anything. It's just, you can see that it damaged it a little bit. I don't know how my camera was set yesterday, but I did stick my camera up there to take a picture of it. But I'm not sure how that came out because I didn't check it out. But this morning when I turned the camera on, I found out that it was not set at the proper setting. So if it was like that yesterday, I didn't get my video that I was trying to get. So we should get a big jug of water at Walmart's down there too or something.
Yeah.
My well pump will run on either 220 or 110, but it has to be rewired to run on 110. I've got it set on 220 now, and I'm not so sure that I can remember how to set it back to 110. Be better if I could run it on 220, but this generator we're going to get is supposed to be 4,200 watts with electric start, so that's quite a generator. And the price seems to be very reasonable. See, here's our electric company right there.
Yeah. Great Lakes Energy.
Make sure if they look at you, you give them the thumbs up, because I do appreciate them.
Looks like they've come in and replanted trees in here. See how the soil is turned over? They'll turn it over and plant trees in the dead furrows.
I think the power lines down here, I don't know if they're there. I don't see any power lines here, but I'm sure there's some here because there's a lot of houses and stuff.
Huh.
The deer. I don't know if my camera caught him. Did you see him, Sadie? I didn't think so.
I don't see any power lines either side of the road. They don't look like they got hit as bad down here.
She says just as we
Yeah.
drive through an area with a bunch of trees down. But supposedly down at Holton Lake, it's supposed to be pretty good.
Oops, what do we got? We got yellow tape up here.
You can see these had trees across the road, and people have cut them off away already.
Oh, that is it a
There's a power line.
power line? That's the first power line pole I've seen down.
Those power lines must run right through the trees or something. So we can't see them.
You can see there's still ice hanging on the branches. And we supposedly have another storm coming in the next day or two.
I think we get this generator. I'm just going to leave it in the back of my truck and run it there for now.
Okay.
I got 2 generators at home, and I can't get either one of them running. So this has got an electric start. I'm getting too old for these pull starts anyway. Hello, Sadie.
So I wonder if they're electric and whoever are going to come in and chip up all this lumber, all these trees down, or they're just going to let people do them themselves.
I think we get this generator. I'm just going to leave it in the back of my truck and run it there for now.
Okay.
So this is McMaster's Bridge, and here's the power line that was
line's
down.
Oh, do you want to set those cones back up?
You kidding me? I'm not gonna get out and walk around there. I mean, I don't know that there's power on that, but I'm not gonna get out and walk around by a down power line. We'll leave that to the professionals. Look at this.
What am I looking at?
Power
the
lines.
wire down. Oh.
This is why there's a shelter-in-place warning. And normally I wouldn't be out doing this, but we're going to lose all the food in our freezers. And if it were just, I had an idea they were going to get power back on today or even tomorrow, I wouldn't be too worried about it. But it's been since Saturday, so it's already been, well, since Saturday night, so it's been 24, 48 hours probably by now, or close to it. And then since there's another big storm coming in Wednesday, it's hard to say. And Laura's pretty well convinced that it's going to be a week, and I think she might be right. A week or more.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
There's a kind of a song that says everything's beautiful in its own way.
Yeah.
That's beautiful in its own way, but it's also scary
Deadly.
and deadly. It's a disaster.
I'm kind of a mini prepper and a canner, and I had our freezer so full of chickens that we raised and I butchered and fruit I picked and you name it. I mean, you couldn't get one more thing in our freezer. And then that's outside on the porch, but the freezer in the house with the refrigerator, that one is as full too. And I hate to lose all that meat.
Well, two more things we need to get as far as I'm concerned. One of those is one of those water purifier containers.
Yeah.
So that, because we got plenty of water, we got a river real near us, but you don't want to drink it. We could boil it, but still would want to filter it. So I want one of those water filters. And then the other thing is I want to get something like a Jackery, which is basically a battery that you can plug in that would actually, if it's just a day or so, you'd be able to run your freezer all night on it, things like that. Because that I can take on the boat with us if we get the boat going, and run a coffee pot, microwave, or anything on it. Because my boat doesn't have, it's AC when you plugged in at the dock, but it doesn't have AC when you're out on the lake. So right now at the house we're using an inverter, and that inverter I've been using for lights with, we got marine batteries that we're using, 2 or 3, and I've been using the inverter to run one light with the LED bulb, and also running a fan blowing on the wood burning stove.
And charging our cell phone batteries.
And then we also have a gas stove, so we're able to survive, but we had saved a couple gallons of water, and that was basically it. We didn't have a lot of water. So you need a lot more water than what we had stored.
Especially when you got animals. Although I got my chickens set up with water for probably a week or two before they would need more.
In my opinion, the animals can drink the water I got off the roof for river water.
Well, that's true. And we got 3 dogs.
They've been getting the water off the roof.
Okay.
I've been using the water we saved for, we've been using it for cooking or making coffee. So, nope. Got to take 18, don't we?
I don't know.
Going to Houghton Lake. So don't we go through Roscommon on the way to Houghton Lake, Laura?
I don't know. I just follow my Google Maps.
Well, check your Google map, will you? We're looking for Ace Hardware in Houghton Lake. Hi, Sadie.
Houghton Lake, Michigan.
Well, I thought it was better down here, but it's not much better, that's for sure.
Oh,
Of course, I know this is just likely just to stop someplace where the temperature was a little warmer, or they didn't get the rain we got. We got a rumble strip in the middle of the road, so when I have to swerve to avoid trees along the side of the road, that's what you're hearing.
yeah, you gotta go through Roscommon.
I get some of these views when I come over the top of a hill and I see all the trees and stuff out there, and it really makes me miss flying.
See, these are all jack pine here. You can tell because they got a real short needle.
I think there's something about jack pines and Kirkland warblers.
Yeah, Kirkland warblers is a bird that's endangered. They like to nest in the jack pines. Those look like white pines over there because the needles are longer. Or maybe not, I don't know. It's hard to see. hill over there. That's pretty. To your left. Your left.
So thank God for my French press. So that's how I've been able to make coffee, because I can heat the water up on the gas stove and just dump the water into the French press.
Ow! Ow! I just bent my nail backwards. That hurt.
Did you just change the outlet that was plugged into?
Yeah.
Well, I tried that last night, and I thought it got more power out of the other one, but I could be wrong. Oops.
Whoa!
Almost got us a hawk there.
Yeah,
It almost got us. So we've got our generator, $68 worth of gas, and $35 worth of Subway, believe it or not, which was just 2 Subway sandwiches and some cookies.
And 2 drinks.
Excuse me?
And 2 drinks.
And 2 drinks.
Yeah. So that was $800 we just spent, which was all of our state tax that we got back.
Supposed to be a place to get water back here by the picnic tables.
Okay.
Sure is a lot of ice on those wires.
Yep, that wire's down. That's going into the house, so it must be a cable or something for internet.
Oh boy, some of these really got a lot of ice on them.
Yeah.
That's really got to be heavy. So we get a little more rain and ice, or a little more snow and ice on top of that, and the lines will start coming right down. There's one's got a tree on it.
I'm looking at cabins and stuff. Fortunately, I don't see any with limbs on them. You know, vacation homes. And wonder how Bob Smock's place came out.
Well, it's good to see them working here in our area,
Yep.
but I can't imagine them being able to take care of all this. Put that much ice on it. And limbs on it in different places. It's really a mess right there.
When we get up to the trail, stop and let me take a picture. Unless so. Well, you just missed it.
Was that it?
Yeah. I wanted to take a picture of that big tree.
I'm sorry. I doubt that any mail came today. That's the way I left it. Alright, well, this is going to make life a little easier. So thanks for watching. God bless. See you later.